Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Suratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Kumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Arpanamastu. Now, this very auspicious time for worship, the evening twilight, we have been able to gather here in the powerful shrine of Bhagwan and sing his powerful Nama. We all know it is no small grace. We could have easily found an excuse or two to absent ourselves and to get busy with something or the other. There are 100 things in our daily life to get busy with. And despite all that, if we are able to be here at his feet to sing his name at this auspicious hour, it is an enormous grace according to me, and we should celebrate this grace by remembering, by singing his Nama more and more and following his instructions for seva. We have offered the Nama lotuses at his feet with deep gratitude. Now, before we submit our today's prayer, there is an interesting story I came across from the storyteller, a very talented storyteller, none other than Swami Muktananda of Ganeshpuri. Is a great one for a story which carried deep meaning, very instructive, informative. Now we shall see what it is. Everybody knows, or perhaps not, in the Puranic time, there is one Sukha Muni. It's a great, great soul, highly advanced. The story happened when he was an advanced soul, right from the beginning of his birth. He was an accomplished yogi, had done all the Vedas, become a master of them, and he had many, many, many siddhis, special powers. Now, he wanted a guru. He felt incomplete. That when he approached his father, the great one, Vyasa, whom Shri Krishna declares in Bhagavad Gita as his avatar, Shri Vyasa told his son, he knew that it's difficult for a son to learn from father. So he sent Sri Sukha Muni, a young boy, to Sri Janaka, goddess Sita's father, a Brahmagyani, was known as Rajarishi. He had become one with the divine, and yet he was ruling the kingdom. Now Sukha Muni had gone to his palace. There is two halves of the story. The first half of the story I am not relating because it takes a lot of time. The second half has deeper meaning and is related to the theme that we have been discussing for so long. Now, as soon as he reached Janaka, when Janaka acknowledged the preparation of the disciple, he said, "Okay, I shall accept you as my disciple, but then you have to give me Dakshina, an initiation fee. No Diksha is complete without it." Sukha Muni was all ready to give. You see, there was a slight pride about his scholarship, about his accomplishments as yogi, and about his advancement. But then he didn't know that. Many of the people who are very proud are not even aware that they have this, they possess this. Now, Sri Sukha Muni, please do not think any the less of him, because the story is at the initial stage. Sri Sukha Muni is a highly accomplished Brahmagyani. Later he became one with the entire creation. If anybody should call out Sukha, everything in nature answered, because they had complete identification with the entire creation, that every creature in the creation responded to his name. They felt the same. They felt the oneness with him. Now in the early stage, when he was approaching his guru for Dakshina, for Diksha, he asked his guru, "What Dakshina you want? I have great siddhis with me. I am an accomplished yogi. I know the Shastras, Vedas." So Sukha Muni was ready to give anything for the asking. But you know what Sri Janaka asked? "My dear boy, please find something in this world which is useless for anything. I want only that as Dakshina from you, the Diksha fee." Now, Sukha Muni wondered why his guru should ask for such a thing. And he thought it was very easy to find something. There must be many, many, many things in the world which are useless. So he thought it was a very easy work. And then he set out in search of that. To his annoyance and dismay, whenever he approached something thinking that it would be useless, he found some use. There was some demonstration of its use in front of him that he had to give up his attempt. You see, he had very high yogic powers. He could fly, he could travel anywhere at the mere thinking of it, at the mere thought of it. So he traveled all over, searching and searching and searching for that thing which would be absolutely useless. But after much searching, he became tired, and then he thought he had to go back to the Guru to report that he could not find anything that is absolutely useless. The God's creation is such that everything that is created has some use or the other. Now on the way, he was a little tired. He sat under a tree and he went into meditation. When he opened his eyes, thinking that he should start back soon, he found a piece of human shit. Sorry for using the word. The word is generally human motion or feces. A piece of that was there next to him. It was very disgusting for him to see that, very near. But suddenly it struck him that of course this is useless. Oh, I have found the fruit of my search. No matter how disgusting it is, here I have got what I need to take to my Guru. So happily, he took some leaf from a tree, a big one, and collected this. He tried, but every time he tried, it kept slipping from his hand. Then with great effort, he would try again, and again it slipped down. This piece of human shit, there's a word for it, turd, but we won't use it because nobody would know the meaning. Now it kept slipping. Then he understood that it was happening deliberately. Then he asked, he was thinking why it was happening. In those days, anything could speak. Everything had consciousness, even today. Everything has consciousness. The whole cosmos is a sea of consciousness. The very building material of this cosmos is consciousness of the divine. So the piece of shit began to speak. He said, "Don't you dare touch me. It is very disgusting if you should touch me. I can't bear you to touch me. Just leave me alone." Now you can imagine the high-souled Sukha Muni got the shock of his life that here is a piece of stinking human shit, and it says it's disgusted with his touch. And what was more, the piece of shit gave him a title, "You shit, you don't touch me." Now again another shock for Sukha Muni. What? This is stinking piece, useless piece, which I thought I could take to my Guru. And this is calling me by the same name. Then he said, "Oh sir, why would you honor me with this title by which you are addressed? May I know?" Then the ship said, "I will tell you. You just move away a little from me and then I can tell you." And then it started. It said, "Look, before I was a very nice food. I was tasting very good. I had a very attractive look. I had everything, every qualification which the humans would desire. But once somebody came, I had a price also. Somebody came and bought me with money, and then they ate me. The one who bought me ate me, And within 3.5 hours, I attained this state. I went into the human mouth, and then I went through a series of changes, and finally I landed on the ground in this form. I was smelling nice, I had a beautiful shape, I was desirable, and yet once a man ate it, I have come to this state. See, something that went through a human body like yours could land me here in this state. What a shit you should be. Then Sukha Muni was shocked again. It was his third turn to be shocked. Suddenly it flashed. He understood that the human body is worse than this. The shit said, you are useless. Anything that goes into you finally attains this state. And then it flashed, oh, this human body that I have, this is useless. So this is what has been taught to me, and the Guru has staged this Leela to teach me this. So he went straight, he didn't take anything, he didn't look anywhere for anything. He went straight to Sri Janaka, Janakaraja, and then laid himself out before him, saying, Swami, this is my offering. This is the only thing I could find as useless in the whole cosmos. Please accept it. And Sri Janaka smiled and said, now you are fit for my Diksha. You had pride about every achievement of yours. Now you have understood that this body with which you have learnt all that is useless with that pride of yours. Now that you are humbled and you have understood the truth of human body, the truth of Maya, the truth of every shape, form, everything that is manifest. Now you are well prepared to receive my message. And then of course he initiated him. And then Sukha Muni, within a short time, he was already a very advanced soul. He just needed the touch of a great Guru and a mantra, just as our Bhagwan Yogi Ramsuratkumar. He had already been to Sri Aurobindo, and then he had spent a few months with Bhagwan Sri Ramana. And then when he reached Papa Ramdas, Anandashram, Bhagwan was already advanced. And one day in Anandashram, when he saw Papa Ramdas initiating some devotee into Ram Mantra, he felt an instant urge to be initiated. And when he approached Papa Ramdas, just for a split second, Papa Ramdas turned his face away, and then he turned again to young Ramsuratkumar, smiled and said, you sit down. And then spoke this mantra, Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai, 3 times. And then he said, the great master said to the great disciple, you chant this mantra all the 24 hours. Bhagwan, when he described the whole process to me years later, he said, Papa Ramdas not only initiated this beggar with Ram Nam, he also sent Rama Bhana into me. This beggar received Rama Nama and Rama Bhana. What is so special about Rama Bhana? It's a killer arrow of Shri Ram, of Ramayana. It never missed its target. Now, this instruction of Papa Ramdas triggered something in the depths of young Ramsuratkumar, who climbed up immediately to a nearby hill, and there was some structure like a cave. He sat there and began to chant. You see, it took only 6 days and 6 nights for this great soul for the final realization. Bhagwan always described it in these words. He said, Papa Ramdas killed this beggar. This beggar died at the lotus feet of Papa Ramdas. And after that, Father alone exists. There is nothing else, no one else. So, Sukha Muni just needed the touch of the Guru and the mantra. He attained a very high state. It is he who taught Bhagavatam, Shri Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaja. Everybody knows the story, but this part of the story was very interesting to me. So you see, the uselessness of the human body, the human life, when you don't associate it with God, when you possess the pride of the ego, then we become useless as the human feces. It's only when we approach a great master with humility and realize the purpose of life and follow the instructions of the Guru to the letter that we serve the purpose of our life. So let us remember that nothing in this world, including our body, because everything, all the relatives, friends, our children, our parents, everyone is related to the body. It's a bodily life with friends and relatives and children, all attachment, this samsara, the ocean of samsara, we are already drowned. Now, a great master like Yogi Ramsuratkumar comes and tells us that the purpose of life is God. Wake up. Chant this name. Do the chanting of the Nama and the Seva and live in God. So let us remember this again and again, that by the enormous compassion and grace of Bhagwan, that we have got this mantra, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, right from his mouth, and whoever chants it, Bhagwan said, blessed are those people who chant this name, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, even once in their life. So now, with 1 hour of chanting, let us start begging Bhagwan as we have always been doing, because that's all we can do and that we should do. Bhagwan, we beg you to step in, to intervene immediately, to free the entire world from the clutches of these viruses which attack both the body and the mind, and bring back a dharmic normalcy in all aspects of life. We beg you again to uproot all the negativities of the mind, and we pray for those unselfish people who are already engaged in hard work for the sake of the others, their protection and all-round well-being. We also pray to you for a lift to our economy, and we pray and pray intensely, soulfully, for unbroken remembrance of your name, knowing that no single Nama goes waste. And we also beg you to bless us to be fine instruments in your hands so that we could run our everyday life as an offering to you. And Bhagwan, we seek that ultimate state, the supreme state of perfection, the Brahmananda, for which we need complete purification. We beg you to bless us with that so that we could see your living, vibrant presence everywhere in everything. We also pray to you to be able to see your sankalpa, your will, and your leelas in all the happenings of life. And most importantly, even in the most devastating experiences of life. And we should be able to find your hidden grace in that, knowing that all the sufferings of life are the results of some past karmas. At the same time, the compassionate divine puts some blessing in that, for the suffering to mold us, to prepare us for a higher lesson. And that is, everything is only a blessing coming from God. It can only be a blessing. Everything is willed by God. And whatever He wills must be a blessing for us. It must be meant for our greater good, closer relationship with God. So accepting it as a blessing, let us be grateful to Him even for that. And Bhagwan, we pray for all the species of the cosmos at whatever state of being they are, to be free from their state of misery and be lifted to a higher plane. And Bhagwan, finally, we beg you a million times to be free from the cycle of births and deaths, to be able to live in you eternally, to become one with you, to live in you, the eternal supreme. We pray and we will continue to pray for this. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.